Hello and welcome back to Turf Morehouse TV. And this is where the World Cup begins. Sod Qatar, Ecuador yesterday. It was more of a bloodbath and men against boys, that game. But this one, I'm expecting a tightly contested fixture. Let's see how we get on. I'm guessing, Kate, they were meant to be England badges, but they've come up as black flags. Hey ho, I usually come up as a red flag. Anyway, hope you're all well. Looking forward to this. We are going to give you the live watch along today of England versus Iran. And as I say, we're not just going to be covering this. We are going to be covering a bulk of games throughout this World Cup tournament. So we are starting with this one currently right now. We are going to be doing USA against Wales later this evening. Then we'll be back tomorrow morning for Argentina. And then I think the afternoon game, which is Denmark-Tunisia as well. So please do tune in for that. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is living the dream. Whether you've been told you can leave work early and go watch this game, or whether you've been told that, it's just you can watch it at work on your phone sort of thing. You can take a break. I know the kids at school, they're all watching it, so that's all great for them. But I get to watch it without the kids harassing me. Happy days. Let's have a look at some of your comments then. Mr. Welch is in. Mr. Grumpy himself. He says, time to boycott these snobby broadcasters if they're just going to talk politics at the World Cup. I'm tired of it now. We're here to play football. We are here to play football, but we are also here to spread a message as well. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Chris is on paper. We should be putting all teams to bed in our group. No excuses. Go out there and do the job. No excuses, of course. We can't underestimate all teams in our group, but I expect 9 out of 9 points. And again, no excuses. This is going to be I think our toughest test, I'd like to say, or potentially the Wales game, the last game. But we shall see. We shall see. The Stream Elements bot is running. Happy days. Glad that you're back. Like I say, Kate's put the black flags out. Bar humbug. Dean says, hey, Dan, bro, hey to your bad self, Dean. Hope you are well. Kate agreeing there that I've been nothing but a red flag. Cheers for that. Chris says, I'm watching this before my shift at 5. Happy days. Happy days. How do you think we're going to get on? Guys, let us know in the chat how you think this game is going to go. As I say, we are just over 10 minutes away from kickoff. Dean says he's got a couple of days off work. Sweet as a gnat, brav. Right then, let's have a look at the teams there. Well, in fact, first, can you all do me a favour? Can you all drop a massive like on this video? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. Also, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when we next go live. As I say, we are going to continue doing quite a bulk of these watch-alongs. Not many of the 4 o'clock ones, because obviously I get the kids from school at 3:30 and I've got to spend time with the family as well for a little bit until the 6:45 ones come about. And then, yeah, obviously I'm going to bring you some more content. But yeah, please do like, subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you want to be notified when we are next live. Like I said, it's going to be at 6:45 tonight after this watch-along. So please do go show your support. Also, you can find us on social media. We are everywhere but OnlyFans. I say it loud and proud. And here is where you can find us. So that is it. It's England-Iran at the Ahmad Al Bayat Stadium, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This is one of the only stadiums in Qatar that was already built prior to Qatar receiving the selection for this World Cup. So probably the main stadium, isn't it? if anything. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. Chris says, let's hope it's happy days. Yeah, anything's got to be better than the Nations League and the way we played in that, hasn't it? Dean says, hi to Kate. Doug says, hi, Dan. Hi to your bad self, Douglas. Hope you are well, mate. Hope all is well with yourself. And Rebecca. Lee's in. Mr. Coop is in the building. Are we in the wagon? Are we loud and proud in the wagon? Ooh, ooh. Hope you're well, Lee. Hope you are smashing it. Anthony's in. Big up Danny Dingle. Come on, England. Oh, God. To be fair, someone actually used to call me Butch Dingle in school. I think it was just the short ginger hair at the time. But it's all fun and games, isn't it? You gingerous. Kate says he's mentioning OnlyFans as a form of advertisement. He's on there selling feet pics, really. Not at all. Don't sell feet pics. I take pictures of you while you're asleep and post them on there. So don't even go there. 1-1. But anyway, let's get into the teams while she's off camera giving me jabs. Let's have a look at your England starting 11. So in goal we have Jordan Pickford. Trippier is at right back. Harry Maguire is alongside John Stones in the centre. Then we have Luke Shaw playing on the left. Declan Rice playing in the midfield with Jude Bellingham. Mason Mount pushed just a little bit further than those two, but Raheem Sterling playing alongside Bukayo Saka and the main man Harry Kane up top. Substitutes for this game, you've got Kyle Walker, Jack Grealish, Jordan Henderson, Rashford, but basically everyone else that got called up that hasn't been selected in the first 11. I'll leave it there for you to read, but you see what I mean. So they are the England substitutes and England starting 11. For some reason, I'm getting a little bit excited now. Now that I'm watching England in this tournament, I'm getting a little bit excited. So let's hope we can get a good result. 100%. Carlos Queiroz has named his Iranian side to take on England as well. The former Man United assistant manager, former Portugal manager as well, has said, if you can't be savage dogs, be cats. What the heck that is all about, I do not know. Some sort of Ian Holloway euphemism by the sounds of it. But the Iranian team is as follows. We have Behran Vand, who's quite a good keeper, to be fair. I think he's kept 4 clean sheets in his last 5 appearances or something like that. You've got Maharame Purulajan. See, this is where it's going to get me, this World Cup. Morteza Purulajanje, Ruzbe Shezme, Majid Husseini, Milad Mohammadi, Ahmed Nurullahi, Ali Karime, Ehsan Hajsafi, Al-Reza Jahanbakhsh, which, if you remember rightly, did formerly play for Brighton and Hove Albion. And we have Mehdi Taremi up top, who has scored 5 goals in the Champions League already this year. He obviously plays for Porto. Players are now out on the pitch. Won't be long, probably doing the national anthems. Oh, it'd be God Save the King now, won't it, in this tournament as well? Now that we obviously everything that's happened. So, is this the first time we're going to wear that? I'm not sure. But we will see. We will see. Let's have a look at you guys' comments. Like I say, give us your predictions. How you think this game is going to go? Dean says it's the first time England have faced Iran. Is it really? Wow, very interesting. Why is Grealish not started? Well, I think he's more of an impact player anyway, to be fair. Comes off the bench when the opposition's a bit knackered and gets those nippy little fouls. So I can understand why he's not in and started. Chris has gone for 3-0 England. 3-0 England's not a bad shout. I'm hoping we'll get a good bit out of Harry Kane this tournament as well from the get-go. Alan, it says, this is not AB, but it says 5-1 England, up the Clarets. Up the Clarets indeed, and up the England. 5-1 England's a big score. Big score. Anthony's saying hi to Kate. Dean says, imagine pronouncing that team after a couple of pints. Trust me, I struggled doing it without a beer, so that says something. Anthony's gone for 2-0, and Dean's gone England 4, Iran 1. Anthony says he's good, half day at work and now watching the game. You cannot beat a good. When you told me earlier, Anthony, when you said, "Oh, they've said I can have half a day," you can't beat being told, "Oh, you can have the rest of the day off. It's fine. Love it. Go and enjoy it." I'm gonna say, see, I got my prediction right yesterday on Chris's channel for Qatar, Ecuador. I'm going to say 3-1 England. I'm going to say 3-1 England. We've got a very passionate Iran fan in the stand who's crying her eyes out. Probably just glad to have a ticket, I suppose. But this is going to be a good game, I think. Like I said, probably up there with our toughest test. Maybe Wales at the end, but we shall see. Alan, as it says there, I'll just call you Alan, even if it isn't you. It says, keep politics out of football. Sick of it. BBC are sick in the head. I mean, I think that's another reason why FIFA probably had it there, because they want to try and change everything. But it is a strange one. He's gone with the trusty 4-2-3-1. As I said, he's gone with the back four: Shaw, Maguire, Stones, and Trips. Then you've got Rice and Bellingham probably in the defensive roles, with Sterling, Mount, and Saka playing just behind Harry Kane. So not a bad side. Not a bad side, to be fair. We should win this comfortably, but this is England. We know what we are like. The referee is Rafael Klaus, Brazilian ref. So we'll see how he fares for us today. Anthony says, Dan, getting that prediction right. It's got to be better than winning the World Cup. Yeah, me getting anything right, I suppose, is something, isn't it? We've got Leodan Gonzalez from Uruguay, who's heading up the VAR in the FIFA VAR room. And let's just hope for a good game. Let's just hope for a good game. A good game of football. That's all we can hope for. Dean says, Maguire at the back makes me nervous. To be fair, see, watching England play just makes me nervous. Don't need a singled out player, to be fair. Naz is in. Hope you are well, Mr. Castro. Hope you are doing well. He says, come on, England. Henry's in and says, roll on the floor to Dean. Hope you're well, Henry, as well. Alan says, haha, yes, this is England. They love to make us suffer. Definitely. We've got a month of suffering to put up with. They get us to the final, get us all excited, and then go and chuck it away at the last minute, don't they? So I won't lie, it's quite a nice stadium that we're playing at as well. Quite a nice stadium. But as I said earlier, for those that weren't in, it's going to be one of those stadiums that was already built prior to the World Cup being made to be held in Qatar. Oh, sorry, did I say made? I meant paid. Anyway, let's not get into that. Showing the England fans that have travelled in numbers. I know Tango's there. If anybody knows Tango, massive Sheffield Wednesday fan, Paul Gregory. He's gone there to watch. He always does. Massive England follower. So hope he's safe. I think he's gone with his wife. So hope him and his wife are safe. They put pictures out earlier. They found a bar. So everything is all right. Alan says, is it night time over there? No, it's around 4 p.m. It's around 4 p.m. in Qatar. So it's all around the evening, but not too late, to be fair. True Red's in. Hope you're well, Luke. Hope everything is going good. We have kicked off, by the way. Henry says, I'm going for an Iran win. Ooh, very interesting. So, yes, as I said, we have kicked off. England kicking from left to right. And at the moment, trying to keep the ball. And I think it's going to be a bit of a slow, patient build-up by England, if I'm honest. Yeah, I agree, Alan. It will be blooming hot. You know, I know the stadiums, they've got, especially that one, has got air conditioning in. And I noticed yesterday as well, between Qatar and Ecuador, there wasn't a drinks break or anything. So it might be that it's a little bit cooler inside the stadiums. I think towards the second half in that game yesterday as well, they closed the roof. I think they had a retractable roof on that stadium yesterday, and that were closed in the second half. Not sure why, but hey ho. Just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who is in the chat, who is supporting this stream. I know there is lots and lots of people covering these games, especially the England fixtures as well. So I absolutely love you all for the support. So I can't thank you enough. Dean says, got to watch this Iran striker, 90 goals in the last 92 games, admittedly in his leagues, but he's got to start for goal. Yeah, Taremi is a really cracking player, as I said. You've got Sardar Azmoun, who's, I think, on the bench, potentially. I know he's not starting because he faced a late fitness check. But England have the ball over here. Trippier, can he get the ball in? Sterling loses out. Bellingham has it on the edge. Rice finds Shaw on the far side. And manages to get England a early corner, does Mason Mount. Whew. No, like I say, I really do appreciate all the support. So thank you very much. Yeah, Mehdi Taremi is a decent striker. Sardar, as I was saying, Sardar Azmoun at Bayer Leverkusen is also a really good striker from the bench. And Naz says probably Wales, Scotland supporters will want Iran to win. Anybody that comes up against England, they'll want to win, won't they? Kit says, we love you too. Hashtag one love. One love. Right, this corner, Kieran Trippier steps over it. One arm aloft, played into the back post. Nobody there. England shouting for a penalty. Harry Maguire is waving his arms around. I'm not sure whether that will be reviewed. I have to see that. But Harry Maguire, he is being held. He is being held. How's that not given a penalty? Wow. Wow. He's literally got two arms around him. That is a Stonewaller. 3 minutes in and it's a Stonewall penalty. If VAR is going to do anything, it needs to do something. I don't know whether they've stopped it. Oh, no. VAR must have checked it. And they've said it's continued. VAR, arse, hands, don't know where either are, do they? Typical. Absolutely typical. Dean says, Dan, I've got a loyalty card for your channel. I'm not budging. Well, if it's near completion, I don't blame you. Alan says, why close the roof? That would surely favour the host. They are used to the heat. That's cheating. Yeah, but then yet again, so was Ecuador. Ecuador is from a country that's, quite heat, got a lot of heat, to be fair. Alan says, any Iranians in the Premier League? I said there was Jahan Bash or something who's playing up top with Taremi. He did play for Brighton, but I don't think he plays for Brighton anymore. So he was in the Premier League. Alan says, looks like a pen to me. Yeah, it did. It did. Naz says that was a pen if they followed up with VAR. Seems VAR didn't think so. You can tell we've got... it's funny how the first two games have had VAR controversy in the first 5 minutes, and both games have been got wrong. Because I thought, the first goal for Ecuador should have stood. I don't know why they were saying that were offside, but hey-ho. And obviously 3 minutes in, Harry Maguire being pulled down in the box. Really strange. Two decisions gone in the World Cup that have been a mess up in the first 5 minutes of games. Scandalous. Yeah, Dean says that should have been a pen. Luke says, I see the problem I have with the World Cup is the Championship's back in a few weeks on the 11th of December. Obviously, the players at the World Cup, key players, will be missing. Yeah, players like Anas Zaroury at Morocco will be missing. We're going to have, I say Wout Weghorst. We might call him back in Jan. Who knows, at Netherlands. And we've got Connor Roberts with Wales. So let's see. Luke Shaw with a ball floated in to the midst of the box. It's cleared. England having to try and bring a bit of build-up again now. Declan Rice has it. Finds Trippier. Trippier tries to find Saka on the overlap. Can Saka win the second ball? It's stayed in. He's battling. Well played. Well played. Cracking battling, and it's a throw-in for England down by our near side in the Iran half. Yeah, exactly. Politics at work already. Strange decision, says Naz. Dean says, there are 7 people in the VAR room each match and they still can't get it right. That's what I mean. That's why I think just scrap it. We can all blame one person in the middle of the park if it's a ref and it's human error because they haven't got a camera. But if there's 7 people watching different screens, different angles, and they still can't get it right, something's not on. Something is wrong. Henry says, will Burnley buy Callum O'Hare, Dan? We seem to be linked again. Coventry fans are all slagging us again while the World Cup's on, as per usual, trying to create a rivalry that's not. But, let's see. Dean says Trippier is such an underrated player. Trippier is massively underrated. I would have loved him back at Burnley, but, Newcastle came a sniffing. Harry Kane has it. A quick free kick taken. It's to the back stick. Rice! Oh, no, it was Harry Maguire with a shot. Harry Maguire. Is he playing up front with Kane? Let's see what's happening. I don't know what's happening here. There's 2 Iranians down on the floor, the defender and the goalkeeper. Trippier's took it quick. Harry Kane's peeled off. Ball's come in. And keeper and defender for Iran have both clattered each other. Ouch. Ouch. But Ras manages to move out the way. It's Majid and the keeper that smash heads. They smash heads. Like, it's just trying to show it zoomed in now to see where the keeper's not even looking. Oh, and he full on nuts his own player in the cheek. Oof. That's going to hurt in the morning. Luke says the problem isn't VAR. The problem is people running VAR. Well said, sir. Well said. Nas says, come on, Declan Rice. Yeah, I want to see Declan Rice have a great tournament. I want to see him have a good tournament. Alan says, I doubt it. We're saving our pennies for Teller. Yeah, I think we will. I'd rather sign Teller on a permanent and Ian Matson, maybe. Who knows about Jordan Bayer? We'll see. Burnley have been quite well known for bringing in loan players and then signing them not long after. So hopefully we're going to keep that sort of, motion going in terms of transfers. That would be good. Dean says, Maguire, damn, I eat my words. And he says, use Maguire in a sentence and keep it clean. You can't, because even so, you just end up calling him slabhead or something like that. Good ball by Kane, though, right to the back stick. I think the keeper does get a slight touch on it to take it away from Raheem Sterling, and Maguire can just sort of stick a toe out to try and send it back in, but it's come at him quite fast that it's gone out of play. But both players are still down. Both players are still on the deck. Showing the Iranian fans seem to be happy to be there. Then the England fans look like they can't be arsed. I'll tell you something, the Iranian keeper's down for quite some time. I don't know what's up with him. Well, I do know what's up with him. He's just bashed heads with his own defender, but this is I think that the defender's up that got clattered, but the keeper's on his arse. Just a touch back keeper. Like, yeah, fingertip. Really is fingertip. Like, literally, not even, I won't even say a fingertip. It's literally the fibres of his gloves, isn't it? That sort of just done it. Yeah, I suppose so, Alan. You've got a point. England fans are too sober. No beer. The substitute goalkeeper might be having to come on for Iran nice and early. Emmy says, well, if the goalkeeper is concussed, should have stopped play. Yeah, play did stop after that, after the ball came in, to be fair. I'm not sure whether they are going to have to make the substitution. The player is still down on the floor, so I think we are going to have a big chunk of added time at half time. As I say, we're only 11 minutes in, and I think he spent 4 of that led down. Dean says this has taken the momentum out of the game a little, but with the heat, maybe not a bad thing. No, it gives us a chance to go and have a drink, revitalise ourselves a little. But let's see what happens. That says they need to replace the keeper. It's not looking good. No, it's not. He keeps sitting up, but then he keeps lying back down again. So, how many people have took their kids out to Qatar? I mean, I'm all for going to a World Cup, but you're taking babies on the game. That's madness. Absolute madness. Heaven says, are there going to be water breaks because of the heat? Like I said, there wasn't yesterday. Between Qatar and Ecuador, there wasn't any drinks breaks at all. So whether they have one in this, I'm unsure. I mean, now's good enough to flame in. Get yourself 12 pints. Keeper's still on his arse. Yeah, he doesn't look in a good way, does he? Really, to be fair, I think they are going to have to change him. The fact he's been down for so long, it's looking like that. The substitute goalkeeper is getting ready to come on. Probably not the greatest thing that Iran could have done. Could have happened, sorry, but they can't take the risk. I don't think they cannot take the risk. I don't know whether he's trying to continue. I don't know what's going on here. He stood up. The referee stood with him. It's almost like he wants to continue, but can he continue? He's having to change his shirt anyway. So part of me is thinking he's going to come back on. Which is strange. He's having to change his shorts as well. Is the substitute happening? Is it not? Can we have some clarity? What's going on? Without sounding disrespectful, was his nose that size before he is defender? Because it does look like he's hurt himself. I don't know what's happening here. The sub goalkeeper seems to look like he's being told when to come on. He looks like he's getting set ready because he wants to stay on. Clarity, please. Some clarity of what's going on. Henry says the goalkeeper will probably have to go to hospital. Yeah, you'd have thought so, but what's going on? What's going on? It's strange. If he hurts himself anymore, then yeah, I agree with what Naz has just said. He's only got himself to blame. Wow, controversy already. We are now back underway by the looks of it. We're about to kick. The keeper's about to give it a big long pump. 15 minutes on the clock. Say the sub goalkeeper is putting on a bib. I think potentially could come on in the second half. I'll have to see how this keeper fares, but ball out wide to Mount, I believe. Mount or Ras? I always get them two confused. Especially, I think it's Mount because he's playing just behind Harry Kane, isn't he? But yeah, that nose does look like it had bust, to be fair. Alan says they've let him continue after his break. He has an head injury. Emily says, surely that goes against human rights, allowing the goalkeeper to continue. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And that says, weird. See, the keeper's down. He's down. Why are you trying to force yourself? It's saying substitution. Why didn't you just do that in the first place? What the fuck is going on? But it seems now that protocol is finally coming into place. I think the referee's saying that it needs to be stretchered off, maybe. And the keeper is going to have to come on. But it is a no. That is a nose and half, isn't it? It's a neuter on its own. Is that? Yeah, exactly, Henry. It could have internal bleeding on the brain. Exactly. Look at the conch on it. They're going to need another stretcher just for his nozzle. Smell a fart in an hurricane. Anthony says, Dan, what are you watching it on? I'm watching it on BBC One. Watched it on BBC One, mate. And Naz says there, yeah, he's coming off. Fair play. He tried, but he doesn't look too good, to be fair. He doesn't. He doesn't at all. I know I said get your guesses in for what you think the score's going to be, but get your guesses in for how much you think, how much added time you think it's going to be on. Probably not the best thing to start shaking his face and cheeks about, mate, but you know. "18 minutes on the clock. Keeper's not yet been lifted off the pitch at all." I'm saying there's at least a good 10 minutes at a time on here. Surely. Yeah. Exactly what you guys are saying. Dean says, you know, this is going to be like 12 minutes added on. Keeper's now going off. 10 minutes at least. Nas says 11. You know, I'll go for 13. I'm gonna go for something big. We've got a full half time. Near enough a full half time to play as well. But the substitute keeper is on the pitch now. Stood there long enough waiting for his chance. He'll be happy. It's not often that your keeper gets injured after about 5 minutes and you think, oh, I'm never going to get to play at this tournament. Oh, he'll be as happy as a pig in shit now, him. We are at the Khalifa International Stadium, where it's England 0, Iran 0. We've probably seen about 5 minutes of football. Henry says, organisation is terrible, and this is all on Blatter, the idiot. It is indeed. It is indeed. Dean says, we haven't even resumed play yet. We have now. We have now. And Alan says, 3 minutes is all we get. Never had it up correctly. No. So half of teams don't know their arse from their hands, like I said. Iran coming forward now. Like you say, could have taken the sting out of England with what's gone on, but hopefully England don't crumble. Mohammedi with a throw-in. Brings it back. But it is an Iranian free kick. Bellingham apparently being a bit too strong there, trying to get in front of the Iranian midfielder and couldn't get to it. Knocks him down, and Iran have a chance here. Oh, it's getting tasty. Would you rather Iran go 1-0 up and then we get, chase the game from there, or would you rather us be 1-0 up before they grab out? Saka and Sterling in a two-man wall at the front. All bodies in the box, ready to try and sort this one. Fizzed in. Trippier sees it out towards the far side of the box. Can they get a ball in? Ball deep to the back stick. Saka has it. Big challenge there by Taremi. Yeah, I agree, Dean. We have got to be careful, to be fair. Henry says he'd rather us be 1-0 up. Oh, rather be 1-0 up. Alan says let them be one up. Are you nuts? I don't know. I suppose it's so what I mean. I think if they went 1-0 up, it'd fire us up a little bit, to not be as hasty, passing it around. Let's get forward. Let's actually attack the game instead of trying to be patient. And I understand teams that like to be patient, but that's why we get told we look like defensive merchants all the time. There's having patience and then there's not bothering. Now says, no, I prefer coming from 1-0 down. It'll wake the Lions up. Yeah, I agree. I agree to it. Obviously, it'd be great to get a clean sheet. But if they are to grab one, I'd rather them grab one first. England come forward. Can we get to the second ball? Nah, out for a throw in. I think I'm getting too thick. That's great. Great start when you've got a week full of watch-alongs to do. Harry Maguire takes his time, composes himself, plays it back to Pickford. Is there anybody you guys would have preferred to have seen in this starting 11? And do you think this is potentially our strongest side that we can possibly put out? I agree. Yeah, I agree with you, Alan. We are better than Iran. We are a lot better than Iran. But it's whether we have that belief to believe that we are better than Iran, because the way we, like, as I said, the way we played in the Nations League was appalling. The Iranian player's been booked for a foul on Luke Shaw. I think he knows it as well. He's walked away saying I tripped him, I think. But looked at it somewhat like that. It was very hasty. Stands on his foot. Ouch. Ooh, that alert. Um, Dean says Iran will get tired second half and the floodgates will open. Oh, that's another card, referee. No? Another free kick to England. Oh, Harry Kane trying to get on the loose ball. Can England get to the seconds? No, it's lost. Iran have it on this near side. Can they get away? England throwing, the referee says. Taremi is not happy with that. Played back to Stones. Declan Rice has it in the centre circle. 73% possession for England. Like I say, possession means nothing if you don't make it count, does it? Yeah, Henry and Alan, the two crazies together. The two crazies together. See, I've got the volume down, Dean, so I can't hear whether they've announced it over the Tannoy or anything. Obviously, I can't have the audio on, otherwise I can get done for copyright. I suppose in a nutshell, it's actually quite better that I don't have to listen to the commentary. It has its perks. It does have its perks. Now it's strange watching the game Monday afternoon, seeing Gary Rio and Marco Richards on telly at this hour, especially England supporters out in the locals. Yeah, did you hear about that pub in Essex? There was a pub in Essex that was full to the brim of England fans by 5:45 this morning. I mean, I'm all for dedication, but that takes the piss, that. Saka has it. Tries to bend one in. And the substitute keeper gets down early and smothers the ball well. They announced it in Arabic and English, cracky. I suppose it's a good thing, because, you know, what if you've got people that are deaf? Not deaf, sorry, blind, you know. So I know people that are blind go to games and they sort of, you know, have someone there who describes the game to them. But for them to hear it as well also gives them that bit of confirmation. So maybe it is that. Maybe it's that. I'm not entirely sure. Emmy says, let's put it this way. The English are more experienced at internationals than Iran, but I don't think the lineup is strong at all. Bloody hell. England free kick in their own half. Taken quickly. Declan Rice has it now. Out wide to Luke Shaw. Yeah, I agree with that, Henry. That I think Southgate will be under quite a bit of pressure. Don't worry, Alan. We won't tell anyone. BTRD, Burnley Till I Die, is in the building and says, afternoon to your fine self, mate. Hope you're well. Now says, and a few boozers in London. Wow, got permission off work to support the lads. Happy days. Like I say, my kids have had I've gone to school today. They've got a non-uniform day. They're allowed to wear a football shirt. And I think they're watching the England game in the classrooms. So that's why kids will probably come home and go, did you watch it? We were shit, weren't we? And that's my 5-year-old. I very much doubt it, but still. No, glad everything's good. Glad everything is good. Anthony says, BBC iPlayer is down. Fans fuming, and me. And then a few choice words. How come you're not watching it on just BBC? Yeah, Mount should have squared that. I was just about to say something similar when your comment came up. So this time you took the words out of my mouth, Dean. But BTRD says, I've got the auditors in at work today. Great timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Anthony, if you're still in and you're free, I'm going to drop you a message at the end of this watch along. England coming forward. Trying to find Shaw on the overlap, but Shaw were a little bit slow and kept standing behind him. Ping to the back stick. Trippier, Kane, into the centre circle. Into the box. Sorry, nobody there to take a touch. Trippier has it again. Finds Sterling. Sterling gets away. Corner for England. Alan says, we had to pay a £5 for the boy to wear his Burnley shirt today at school. Wow. I'll tell you something. I've noticed that now we're having kids of my own, that The amount schools ask for, the amount of money that schools ask for is ridiculous. England corner. Alan says, ooh. Dean says, Kane head on this. Let's hope for. Trippier has the ball on the spot. One arm aloft. Oh, what's happening now? Oh, the referee's out saying a bit of a few choice words between the Iranian and Harry Maguire. And Trippier at the second attempt pings it in. It's into the mix. Headed up. It's hit the crossbar. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. England with a nice early chance. The Iranians trying to catch us on the counter. England now back in numbers. Should be comfortable to deal with it. But oh, wow. I think it was Harry Maguire again. Maguire gets up. It's headed flush onto the crossbar. Great header as well. He's managed to beat his man. Flush in the centre of the crossbar. Pickford thought it was going in. Pickford thought it was in. Very close to 1-0. Very, very close to 1-0. Bernard says VAR needs to look at these corners. VAR don't even bother with corners. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Nas says, I live in North Devon. Nice, quiet area, but it's not quiet today. Already chock-a-block with fans. Yeah, I bet. I do like Devon and Cornwall. Around that area. I've got family as well. I've got family in Exeter. I've got family in Penzance. I do like that area of the country. Yeah, Pickford thought it was in. Alan says the commentary's 2 minutes behind his stream. So what, like, are you, oh, so you're already in, how are you in front? I'm watching it on the BBC. Are you in front or is your stream behind? I'm not sure. Naz says it's coming, hit the bar. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to shut the door. Ah, nice. Nice. Sounds like a nice place, to be fair, Naz. Let's put some light on in here and all. England coming forward. Sterling finds Shaw. Header up. And it's 1-0. It's 1-0. Jude Bellingham, he was asked before kickoff. He was asked before kickoff that he's not got an England goal yet. But he leapt like a salmon, rose up the highest and headed to perfection. England into an early lead. 34 on the clock. England 1. Iran 0. Not to quote commentary, but remember the name. Jude Bellingham is 19 years old, by the way. 19 years of age and already has, this will be his 15th cap for England and now has a goal to show for it in a major tournament. What a header. Loops over the keeper. Nothing the keeper could do but watch. Great positioning. Great adjustment of the body into the empty space where the keeper had no chance. Fantastic stuff. Let's get that scoreline updated. England 1, Iran 0. And there's me thinking, oh, I can just go and top my drink up right quick while I'm up on my feet. There we are. England 1, Iran 0. Let's see what you guys said about the goal. Says, go on. I'm in front, but I will not do spoilers as I'm a good boy. Happy days. England trying to come forward again. Oh, it's gone out of play, though, this time. Dean says, Jude. Nas says, goal. Well, a good ball. I must say, a fantastic ball by Luke Shaw. Bellingham, right place, right time, precision to know where the header was going. Keeper absolutely beaten. It dips just under the crossbar. And as I say, Bellingham gets his first goal for his country. Billy Tladar says 1-0 Bellingham, 100%. Alan says, now, as I said, that man buffers lot. Get in. Dean says, Dortmund player. Yeah, he is. He is. Nas says, get in. He did say he was saving it for the big games. If only he knew it'll come true. Bellingham with his first goal. You know what? That's great stuff for him. Like I said, 19 years old. He's sort of been fast-tracked. You know, could easily have still been knocking about with the under-21s, but has been fast-tracked into this England team and has now got a goal to show for the 15 caps he'll have by the end of this fixture. Henry says you need to get a mini fridge in the living room. To be fair, I'm not drinking. I'm not on the beer. I've had a brew, but I do feel like I drank my brew prior to kickoff, so I do need to sort of grab another drink. But I might hold out now till half time at least. Anthony says 1-0. Yes, 1-0 to us. Top of the group as it stands, but there is USA Wales later on this evening, which we will also be covering. Your old Dar says future captain for sure. Well, could be. Well, could be. See, I see Declan Rice as well as a sort of captain because he's got that leadership. He talks a lot in the middle of the park. But you know, I can see where you're coming from. I think that's another reason why we've took Jordan Henderson. Not really going to play much games, but his voice in the dressing room as a leader is going to be pivotal. England trying to go again. Bellingham trying to look for the 1-2. He's trying to win. Everything is Jude Bellingham. He's loving it. Absolutely loving it. Back in your yards, man. Trippier. Finds the ball over the top. Kane can't quite get there. It's a little bit elevated, too much for Kane to get to. Yeah, Alan, we'll be back at 6:45 tonight as well. 6:45 tonight to cover the USA versus Wales game as well. And then we're back, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I should have written it down really. I'll write it down and I'll let you know in the USA Wales game. But I'm covering 2 games tomorrow, which is Australia again. Not Australia, is it Argentina, Saudi Arabia? Can't remember. But it's Argentina at 9:45 in the morning. We will be covering, and then at 12:45 again, we will be going live to cover Denmark, Tunisia. I think it is. And I won't be covering the evening games tomorrow due to I play football on a Tuesday night. But yeah, Alan, I'll be back. I'll be back. Dane says Jude did well then, prevented the goal kick. Yeah, he did. And yeah, I don't think Pickford's touched the ball hardly, to be fair. I know it's only Iran, but I think we have played a lot better than what we've played in the National League, Nations League, sorry. 40 minutes on the clock. Not long till we find out who was correct in the added time, to be fair. Luke Shaw has it. Has to go back to Harry Maguire. Plays it to Pickford, who's now had that touch, Dean. He's now had that touch. Oh, we need to stop messing around with it. Shaw has it. Kane has it now in the middle of the park. Back with Luke Shaw on the far side. Back into the centre. Rice. Bellingham finds Stones, who's pushed quite forward. England playing with a high line at the moment as well. As we come forward and advance, every player is sort of over that halfway line. John Stones doing well with the possession of the ball. Finds Luke Shaw. Can he beat his man? Decides to stop. Finds Bellingham. Sorry, Sterling. Back with Stones in the centre circle. Trippier has it. It's all about finding that killer pass. All about finding that killer pass. And I think that's what we need. Good ball over the top. Shaw keeps it in. Loses it, though, when it bounces off his old pigeon chest. Raheem Sterling, can he get to the second ball? It's gone for a corner. It's gone for a corner. It was Mason Mount with a bit of a run in. He thought Sterling was going to get in a little bit sooner. Sterling only read the pass after it had happened. But the Iranian defender saw it out for a corner. England have another chance from a set piece. Luke Shaw looks set to take this one. Ball whipped in, deep into the middle. Harry Maguire touches it down. Saka shot! Saka goal! Oh, fantastic stuff! England 2, Iran 0. What a finish. Great header down by Harry Maguire. The Iranians are complaining to the referee. I'm wondering what's going on here. But that's a fantastic finish by Saka. Absolutely fantastic. Every player and the keeper are surrounding the referee. You can't complain at that. No chance. You cheating bastard. How can you actually complain at that? What a shot. Maybe a slight deflection, but perfectly weighted from Saka. Straight over the keeper, clips the underside of the crossbar and in the back of the net. For me, there's no trouble with that. Just like there was no trouble in the first 3 minutes. That is a solid strike. He's positioned himself well there as Saka as well. He's had to get his body right. Maguire's done well, up early. I don't know what the Iranian players worrying about. He's cut back, hit it Saka beautifully, clips the underside of the bar and in. I think VAR are going to check it. I'm not sure what the referee is saying, but I'm guessing it's 2-0. The ball is on the centre circle. I think the referee's probably just waiting to see what's happened. It must be. It must be giving us the goal. Iran, stop whining. It is England 2. England 2, Iran 0. Oh, that were beautiful with that. Fantastic finish. Like Dean said there, corner again. Saka! And you're right, Dean. The young guns are on fire. Alan says, wow, what a strike. It was a beautiful finish. England trying to come forward again. Harry Kane, can he beat the defender? Plays it in. It's 3. Oh, my word, it's 3. Raheem Sterling, beautiful ball by Harry Kane. Oh, my days. We couldn't score for a month of Sundays in the Nations League. And all of a sudden, it is goals galore. Beautiful pump ball forward by Pickford. Well held by Harry Kane. He spins off. Saka loses it, but picked up the second ball by Bellingham. Finds Kane, who whips a ball in early. And Sterling finishes that move off to perfection. He just sticks out a trailing leg, hits the outside of his boot, keeper's beaten. Fantastic scenes. Wow, very nice. What the heck is going on? Still talking about the last goal. Nas says, goal! Oh my days. Two great finishers. Fantastic finishers. 3-0. Alan says, oh my God, Sterling, my prediction may happen. Dean says it's going to be 6 or 7. Well, could be. Well, could be. Let's get that banner updated again. Christ, I might as well just keep it on that. 20th goal for England for Raheem Sterling, but his first at a World Cup tournament, would you believe? "14 minutes. 14 minutes. I don't think any of us said 14. I know I went 13, but Bellingham cuts inside. He's got 4 players around him. Why are we not helping him out there? Rice manages to intercept, though, and get England back in possession. Shaw asking for it on the far side. Kane drops into the midfield. Oof. I did not think we'd see this. Not after we've seen the way that England have played recently. And the fact that I'm just shocked. I am really, really shocked by the fact that we couldn't find the back of the net. And now we found it 3 times in one half. Absolutely tremendous. 14 minutes. Yeah, Dean said they were close with 12. I went 13. I did go 13. But I did say it won't surprise me if it's a full 15-minute half-time period. Corner for England. Trippier with the ball in. Bellingham with the second ball. Bellingham still got it. Finds Trippier. Sterling back with Trippier. Tries to find Saka. He's still got it as Saka. Intercepted. Can any England player get to it? Declan Rice is there to cut it out. John Stones. Out wide now to Harry Kane, who's out there on the far side. Rice has it. Coming back down near this near side now. Trippier plays it back to John Stones back in the England half. What a game this has been. What a good first 45 minutes, I must say. Did not expect this to happen at all. Saka has it. England trying to get to that second ball. I thought they'd given away a foul then, but no. Good battling from England. Luke Shaw has it on the far side. Not much happening with it at the moment in the centre circle. So if I could ask you all so far, as Kate says there, as my darling other half has mentioned, please do remember to hit that thumbs up on this video and sub to the channel if you haven't already. Please, please do. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. That's what we are hoping to achieve by the end of the season. And with your guys' help, we can get there. So please do show your love and support. It really does help. Dean says, what was your prediction for the game? To Kate. I said I went 3-1, but I don't see Iran scoring. I don't know why I even given one. And the fact that we've got 3 already, I just hope and pray that Southgate keeps this mentality going in the second half, because it's so easy to in the second to just go, right, let's shut up shop, let's defend this 3-0 lead now. Nah, keep playing as it is. Don't change your game plan, because it could all just be scuppered in a heartbeat. Anthony says, good game so far. Cracking game, mate. Absolutely cracking game. I must say, I am shocked. I am shocked at the way we've played. It's been phenomenal. Ball down on the far side with Saka. Can Saka get a run? He's got Trippier there for help if he needs it. Mount's there as well. Tries a bit of a fancy flick, but good battling by Saka. It's gone for a goal kick. 6 minutes of the 14 have been played. Just coming up to the 7 minutes that has been played. So we've still got another 7 of this first half. It would, well, there's still time for a goal or two, isn't there? The way we're playing at the moment, we got it. I forgot who said it earlier, but someone said, I think it might have been Alan actually. Trippier has it. Back to Pickford. Always nice to see Pickford get a touch when he's not really had much to do. Alan says, shared on all platforms. Smash the like button, guys. Yeah, please do. We are currently live. All these lives regarding the watch-alongs of the World Cup are going to be available to watch through Facebook, through YouTube, and through Twitch. So please, 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 please do. Obviously, show your support. I really do appreciate it. Sterling touches it down. Declan Rice has it. John Stones now in the centre circle. England lose it. And have it back. And have it back. Exactly, Emma. If it doesn't need fixing, leave it alone. Why I don't understand why we had VAR and everything else that happened in football. Why change something when it works? Iran have had 0 attempts at goal and 0 attempts on target, of course. And England, with their 3 goals, have had 7 attempts at goal with 4 on target. So could be a very big scoreline coming. God knows what's happened here, but Kate and Dean are talking about the fact that they might have pressed something and hidden something. I don't know what's going on. But Anthony says, might be a 5-0 England here. Could well be, mate. Could well be. Still 5 minutes left of the added time. Trippier pings one to Declan Rice, who mistimes his jump, and Iran have a chance to come forward. Ball pinged in. There's nobody there. He's hit it and it's over the bar. However, the linesman does eventually put his flag up. So it would have been ruled out for offside anyway. I thought it was when they won the ball because he is offside. He's sort of, yeah, he's definitely offside when the ball's played. Finds the back stick where no England player is. And the player had time to take that down and shoot. But, you know, to be fair, puts it over the bar. Probably better for him that he did that. Otherwise, he'd have looked a right fool if he'd have scored and it'd have been ruled out. Alan said he said 5-2 yesterday. Looking at it, I mean, I can see us getting 5, but can you see Iran getting 2 now? Can you see them getting 2? trust me, Dean. I think Kate hopes that that our relationship would be like YouTube, and she can just time me out when she can't be asked. I'd just be blocked. I'd just be blocked. I'm sure she didn't mean to. I'm sure she didn't mean to. 3 minutes left of this first half. England 3, Iran 0. Ball with Harry Kane, who I don't know why you let that go too soon there, but I think he's pulled it back. The refs pulled it back for the England free kick. Just over the halfway line. Maguire telling players to get forward, push wide. I dare say it, but Harry Maguire's been involved quite a lot in this game, and I know there's a lot of slander and things like that, but he's not put a foot wrong. Not one England player's put a foot wrong, really, to be fair. Mason Mount's now been chopped to the ground, and we have another free kick a little bit closer. Not far, but a little bit closer. Alan's getting too excited too soon. Yeah, I must say I agree, Dean. I'm eating my words on Maguire. I think he's performed pretty well. I was joking, Kate. I didn't need the full on sentiment behind it. Cracker. It was just an in-jest joke. Jeez. Ball whipped in by Luke Shaw. John Stone still has it. Play to Trippier. Now back to Shaw. Bellingham. Maguire. Shaw again. Bellingham plays it out to the far side. Mason Mount has it. Trippier's come more central. Harry Maguire has to deal with that and doesn't. A little bit of a tussle there between Mason Mount and the Iranian right back. A little bit of a tussle going on there. Says, "Ooh, domestic live on YouTube." But the half-time whistle has gone. The half-time whistle has gone, and it's been a great spirited first half by the England boys. Fantastic stuff. With goals coming from Jude Bellingham, 35 minutes in, Saka on the 43rd, and Sterling on the 46th minute. As I say, 14 minutes at a time. When have we seen that in a game before? It's very rare that happens. But let's keep that momentum up in this second half. Guys, give us your thoughts on what you thought of that first half. Let us know what you think. I'd rather hear what you guys have got to think in the chat than listen to take that in the studio over at BBC. So let us know what you think of that first half. I must say it was a pleasing performance. It took us a while to get into it. It did take us a while to get into it, but yeah, we finally started putting the ball in the back of the net, which is what, as whole footballers, that's what needs to happen. Kate says, no domestic. I just always give a full explanation of why it wouldn't happen, regardless of it being a joke. Lol. Alan says, so pleased for Bellingham. That will shut the doubters up. It will shut the doubters up for sure. Dean says, didn't expect that at 3-0. No, I didn't either. Everybody has been fantastic. Every single player has been phenomenal. Cannot fault them in the slightest. Guys, I'm going to have to go to the little boy's room because it is Duty calls, shall we say? Um, but we will be back very, very soon. We'll be back very, very soon to give you the second half. I'm going to get a drink as well. Don't worry, I'm not going to pee in a cup. That might be wrong. But we'll be back very soon with the second half. Go and get yourself, freshen up, get yourself a drink, get comfortable, and we'll be back with the second half very soon. Stay tuned. Well, I have timed that right. I've had to get a hoodie on because it's bloody freezing in this house. I've got myself a drink, nature cold, and yeah, the players are back out on the pitch. I've managed to time that and do that all in 15 minutes. Wow. Who says men can't multitask? Welcome back. We are going to be going through the second half. 3 substitutions for Iran going into this second period. Zatalawi has come on. So has Kamane, and also somebody else with a Wi-Fi password name, who it's not showing. But it's not even put the list of names of who's gone off, to be honest. That's coverage for you, isn't it? Let's go through your comments then. Let's see what you guys have been saying before we wrapped it up at half time. Dean says coffee time. Emily says, remember to wash hands, flush, and put the seat down when finished. Oh, I did. I don't. It was a double flusher, Henry. I'll say no more. Glad for Bellingham scoring. We are back underway for the second half. Dean says, yeah, it's going to set him up nice for the rest of the tournament. Alan says, pizza time. We just got our first Domino's pizza place in this hellhole. Wow. Where are you, Alan? Where are you? Where have you got your first Domino's? Sorry, wait, you'll have to let us know whereabouts you are. I know you may have already said, but I'm just sort of at half time. I sort of let my bearings go a little bit. Honestly, shocked with Maguire. Different player. Yeah, he's been a fantastic player this second period, the first period. I'm one of the haters, but he has been amazing today. Can't say much fairer than that. Dean says these BBC presenters are worse than a knitting circle. Concentrate on the football. Kate says Daniel being selfish and taking a break, so you have to watch it. I'm not. I went to the toilet. You know I did. You know I did. I had to ask you to shut the door. Dean says I'm getting hypnotised. And says Lineker needs a good kick in. Snowflake alert. Shearer's the only honest one. Yeah, he is. Dean also says like, subscribe, and get notified. Yeah, I'm sorry I played that. I'm going to have to get something that says something like "be right back" or something. But for the time being, deal with it as you wish. Message loud and clear, and they are like OTTPC. Yeah, they are. You could tell. Dean says bring Grealish and Walker on now. I mean, we're coming forward again. Saka's just lost it on the touch, but we've still managed to keep it. Harry Kane with the ball in. Good header away by the Iranian defender. Alan says BBC's biased, bullshitting. See you next Tuesdays. Alan says, how many subs allowed? I think it is 5. Like Dean says. And he's from Todmorden. Good old Todmorden. I used to work in Todd, Al. I worked at, what were it called? They're knocking the factory down now. They're still knocking the factory down. But I forgot what it was called. But we built furniture in there and stuff. Big building on the main road as you're going into Todd past the Glenview. Go past the Glenview, go under the bridge. And it was that big building there. But like I say, they started tearing it down. So I can't remember what it was called. It's going to bug me now. But yeah, I worked there for, 2 or 3 years, I think. I tell you what, Glenview's another pub I've not been in. I've not been in Glenview. Apparently do a really good mixed grill as well. But what do you think of Domino's? Let us know what you think of it as well. Let us know what you think of Domino's pizza. I don't get it that often because it's quite expensive. It's easy enough to just go elsewhere. You can still get a pizza and stuff, can't you? So Dean says, has England changed their formation? I'm not sure. Kane is down on the deck at the moment, receiving treatment, which isn't great, but he did get a bit of a rash challenge on him, to be honest. Great position for a free kick, I must say. So hopefully we can make this one count. Anthony says, Dan, you told me it was a condom factory. No, I was born. That's where I was born. Where I was born. In a lab, in a test tube. Callum Wilson is getting warmed up on the touchline. Kane's now back on his feet. That's it. Sutcliffe's, yeah. Yeah, Sutcliffe's Furniture. That's what it were. So where I worked was the actual sort of like where the wagons would queue up at the. I'd sort of had to come down where all the furniture would sort of come down the conveyor belt. Sometimes pack the back of them. Where a lad called Mech. Apparently he's always in Glenview, or with Mech, but not seen him for years. There's a lad there called Al as well. A bloke that worked there called Alan Challoner. Like I say, I've not seen any of them for years, so they're a lot older than me. Trippier with a free kick, hits the Iranian defence, gets it on the second ball, but Iran managed to head it clear. England have it in their own half now with Luke Shaw. Worked there when it was called Alan Cooper's. Wow. It's a deceiving factory, isn't it? There's loads of different parts to it. It's quite bigger than you think. A lot bigger than you think. Trippier's down holding his ankle now. That's not good. But it seems now, though, like Iran are coming at us with these little nippy fouls. Stood right on the toes of Kieran Trippier as well. Sure, they'll be black and blue tomorrow. Can I just ask everybody in the chat if they saw that on the screen? What was it? Because I'm not being funny. That looked more to me like a Qatari who's been paid to dress up like an England fan. What sort of urban explorers have been in it as well? You'll have to let me know. I do like watching stuff like that. I thought there's a group from, I think it's like Leeds area, called Hell on Earth. I like watching them. They're quite funny. A concierge now. Nice one. Yeah, I did my Hull. Kate says they're from Hull, not Leeds. But yeah, I did do me foot. I did have my forklift license, and I just never went. I never went anywhere with the forklift stuff. So I got the license, and I think it runs out next year. To be fair, so still got scope to do it. England coming forward now. Saka has it. Bellingham trying to run over on the overlap. Receives it now. Mason Mount manages to find Bellingham. Bellingham is onside. He's managed to get here. Can he find an England player in there? But it's a corner. It's difficult to pick out an England player when you've got a melee of Iranian players at the back. Yeah, I've thought about it. I did think about it. Every 3 years, isn't it? Trippier with the corner. Fist into the mix. Keeper comes out. headed away by an Iranian player, but Declan Rice still has it. And it's gone for another England corner. England still applying the pressure, still wanting to kill this game off. They are not sitting back. Still on the clock, coming up 55 minutes. England corner, 3-0. Could it be 4 from this? Trippier whips it in. Maguire on the edge, cannot get to it. Falls back for Mount, who gets it back again from the 1-2 with Luke Shaw. Kane's come wide, finds Saka. Kane again. Saka to Shaw. Shaw finds Mount, drops the shoulder, tries to play one in. It's dinked. To be fair, it was a bit of a cross, but it was a cross, but it didn't sort of pan out how we wanted it. Well in, Maguire stood tall at the back. Sterling tries to come forward. Beautiful touch by Harry Kane. Sterling could be in here. He's got Saka for support. The Iranian defender manages to see it out for a corner. Good little passage of play by England, that as well. Kane just to spin the ball over the top for Sterling. Tried to knock it through the legs of the Iranian defender, but couldn't do it. A minted lamb soup with a crusty roll. Can't say I've had a minted lamb soup. It sounds good though. Another England corner. 56 minutes just gone. England 3, Iran 0. Shaw puts it into the mix. Gets up to Declan Rice. Headed on the edge of the box. Is that a free kick to Iran? It is. Alan says the pizza's yummy. Yeah, it is pricey as Domino's. Unless you get like a good deal or something, it's not too bad. There's a place, a butcher's place, not far from me, and we went today because it's closing down. And they do they had venison, wild boar, pigeon fillet. What else were there? There were partridge. Honestly, it's actually quite extensive, the meats that they had in. They're expensive because they're like proper meats you don't usually get. Kate says it's her sort of dinner, is that? She loves minted lamb soup. Why have we never had minted lamb soup then? Oh yeah, they're minted steaks from Iceland. Stop it, you're making me hungry. I've not eaten. Been out all day doing some shopping, following the missus round, carrying bags. And then as soon as we got back, I got back about 20 past 12 and I had to set everything up. So I've not had a chance to eat. When have you had it? When have you had it and I've not? England coming forward. Oh, bad ball by Sterling. Carrying your own bags of stuff you bought. I carried my own share. What about from the car into the house like a gentleman? Huh? Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Check out a place called Meat Packs Northwest. They are online butchers from Bury. Amazing. Is that like that Best of Bury place? Oh, that's what. Yeah, but I said, why have we not had it? That's what I mentioned. Why have we not had it? About time, my arse. Yeah, I'm glad you've added the wink in there as well. Um, yeah, Alan, is it just a bit like that best in Bury? It might be the same thing. Might be the same thing. I'm not sure. Coming up to 60 minutes on the clock. England 3, Iran nil. Pickford gets another touch of the ball. We always knew the second half wasn't going to be um, probably as appeasing as the first. But I must say we haven't done too bad. We've not done too bad at all. The Iranians are trying to, I think, man mark us now a little bit, trying to catch us with lucky breaks maybe, but well stood there from Harry Maguire, stood tall, and a shot off target for the Iranians. Oh, trust me, trust me, you're not wrong, Dean. Fast is the nice way of calling it. Fast is is one way of calling it. I do agree, though. Yeah, we do need another goal to liven it up a little bit. Passes completed during the game 453 for England, 83 for Iran. That is poor. That is poor. But then, yet again, at half time, I think we'd had 82% possession to their 18. So, you know, hopefully get a goal from this. Saka comes forward. He's trying to cut inside for the shot. He's found a bit of space, shoots, and it's in. It's in. Saka gets his second of the game. You said it needed a goal, Dean. You got your wish. The man in form for Arsenal is also the man in form for England. 2 goals for Saka, 4 goals for England. It's England 4, Iran nil. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Good header up back in who had dropped deep. Jude Bellingham does well to get away from the midfielder trying to chop him. I think the referee was going to pull it back for a free kick, but he saw that Saka still had the ball. Sorry, it wasn't Bellingham, it was Sterling, I think, that got knocked to the ground. But Saka found some space, opened his body up, took the shot, and did really well there. I think it's took a nick potential on the way through. Let's have a look at this shot slowed down. He's hit it. I think it's took a little deflection, slightest bobble, but still, that is Saka's goal. England 4. England 4. Iran nil. Wow. Like I say, was not expecting this at all. Not expecting this. Not when we've not when we've struggled putting the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, the stats are insane, Alan. I agree. Alan says the stats are insane. Dean says called it. Another substitution for Iran. So they've now made 4. So that puts that one to bed. That I'm guessing they can have 5. Oh no, they will have made 5 because they subbed the keeper as well, haven't they? Unless they use that as a concussion sub. Could they still use it as a concussion sub if he's agreed to still continue? How does it work that? Guess I'm not that bad, honestly. I do a lot for this guy, not just give him grief. We aren't even married. He's still got a great escape yet. But yeah, exactly. I would be lost without you. Lost in tranquility. Alan says, getting Saka. Anthony said, Kate, I think Dan's hinting what's for tea. And Kate says, not soup. 3 England players being ready to be substituted. Saka, though, it's showing 3 attempts on goal. 2 goals to his name after his 3 attempts. He's had 3 on target, 3 attempts on goal, and 2 goals to show for his name. Fantastic stuff by Bukayo Saka. Oh, Shepherd's Pie. The thing is, right, Shepherd's Pie for me, it's one of them meals. Oh, Iran have got one back. Iran have got a goal back. Alan's 5-2 might not be far off. I think it's Taremi who's got it. It is Taremi who's got the goal, but that came from nothing. That came from nothing. Ball down on this near side. It's defended well. He's found a bit of space. Managed to dink it in there. Taremi's just hit it. Again, hits the underside of the bar. Hits the underside of the bar. Stones isn't quick enough to get to it. Pickford's not getting to it either. Good finish, to be fair. I'll give him that. I will give him that. Taremi with a solid goal. And it is now England 4, Iran 1. I might as well just keep on this bit where we have to keep editing it. Let's see what you guys are saying. Kate says, off topic, but for anyone who raps way too much at Christmas, get yourself a fast cut, literally. Oh, so does it work then? Is it good? Because it seems like you're saying good things about it. Harry Maguire's being tested for concussion at the minute. Good goal by Taremi, to be fair. Kate says, Daniel, would you like to test that theory? Tranquility my arse. I know there won't be no tranquility because I'd be back down at my mum's with that stupid loudmouth dog. And I don't mean my stepdad. I mean the actual dog. Dean says, I'm lazy. I buy gifts and can't wrap for shit. He says, I've got a missus for that. Dean did predict 4-1. He says, my prediction 4-1. As long as it doesn't change, but Dyer is down on the floor still. He's still being sort of, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Looks like we're maybe having 4 substitutions. Grealish, Rashford, Foden, and Eric Dyer could be coming on. But who makes way? Maguire is back to his feet. As his homemade shepherd's pie is the best meal ever. It is, but I've got to be in the mood for shepherd's pie. I won't lie. I've got to be in the mood for it. Kit says, right, just to clarify, Northern Gal, dinner, it's past dinner, tea. It's only 2:30. Yeah, we are Northern, aren't we? Dinner's at 12. Tea is at tea time. He says, I even fucked the mash at the top so it goes crispy, plus herb sprinkle. Have you not sprinkled any cheese on top of it? We sort of like to put cheese on top. But, yeah, Maguire's gone off, which I'm guessing will be a concussion substitution because he's gone off straight away. He's not really moving his head either. But Eric Dyer will be coming on to replace him in the park. Yeah, Kate says it there. I hope you sprinkled cheese on that, Dean. You need to add cheese. And he says he did. And Kate says, yeah, the fast cut is good. Takes a bit of getting used to, but it's easy in comparison once you do. Happy days. I'll leave the wrapping to you, shall I? Alan says, cheese and tomatoes have to be on top of a shepherd's pie. Tomato? I'll leave the tomatoes out for me. Personal preference, but cheese, yes. Tomatoes, England 4, Iran 1. Eric Dyer is still yet to come on, so England are down to 10 men. Ball played out wide. Can Trippier see to it? Jumps early. Commits early. Iran have a chance to get a second here. Good shot from the edge. The second stab at the cherry, but again, England, it's coming up to 70th minute and we are starting to let the Iranians play football. Now Eric Dyer enters the pitch. Oh, spaghetti carbonara. See, I do love a carbonara. Do love a good carbonara. England's substitutions are happening now. So Eric Dyer has come on to replace the concussed Harry Maguire. Bukayo Saka will not have a chance to get his hat-trick today. He will be replaced by Marcus Rashford. Raheem Sterling is off. I'm guessing he's going to be replaced by Jack Grealish. And Mason Mount is off for Phil Foden. Three strong players there from the bench, to be honest with you. Hopefully we can make it count. Dean says Grealish on to make an impact. Alan says we will beat these with 5 men. Kit says she makes a good carbonara, I think. To be fair, you don't make a bad one. You don't make a bad one. Alan says, yeah, Grealish will worry any team, gets lots of free kicks when they hack him down. Yeah, especially in this game. Being hacked like no tomorrow. Harry Kane's got it. England coming forward. Marcus Rashford cuts inside, shoots! 5-1! 5-1! Rashford's only been on the pitch. I think that's his first touch. His first touch of the ball, takes a step inside, slots it past the keeper. 5-1 to the English. Oh, beautiful. Ball put long by Pickford. Kane did really well. Played it through to Rashford. Rashford tucked inside. The player sold himself short. Keeper committed. Rashford did what Rashford does best. Slots it through the keeper's legs, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, just to the side, but still comfortable enough. England 5, Iran 1. And we are still yet to see Harry Kane get on the score sheet. Seems everybody else is doing it, but can't fault it. That took how long? Didn't take long at all, did it? Come on. Alan says he's close to being right. Again, I'm always right. 5-2. Could you imagine the money on that? It matters more when there's money on it, Al. You're just hoping that we falter now and concede a second, aren't you? These are bread and butter goal for Rashford. Yeah, it were completely. What a performance. What a performance. Goal difference, I mean, unless something ungodly happens in that USA-Wales game later on, England, no matter what, on goal difference should be top of the group after the first batch of games. I think this is what Southgate said, though, as well. He did say that the way we're playing football, it's a new adaptive period to what we're trying to do. Except in this game, it's paying off. England's final substitution is being ready to come on. Callum Wilson looks set to come on. I think he may replace Harry Kane, but we shall see. That was also Marcus Rashford's first World Cup goal as well. Like I said, these young guns are doing something. Hopefully, we have something to shout about. I know it's only Iran. Let's not get too carried away, but still, great showing. Let's not peak too early. Let's not peak too early. I would love to be wrong for goal difference purposes. Yeah, of course, I totally agree with that. And no, Wilson isn't a bad player. He's not a bad player at all. Not a bad player at all. Iran now wondering like how they can get themselves out through this. England still continue. He's lost it there. Ref should pull it back for the free kick, really, because advantage was still count. But we've still got it at the back. Declan Rice has it now. Bellingham plays a 1-2 with Luke Shaw. Finds John Stones. I say I'll probably watch it. I'll probably be watching it, but I wouldn't mind covering that tomorrow, France Australia. But like I say, I've got football tomorrow night, so can't cover that one. But another substitution, the last substitution being readied for. It is Harry Kane coming off for England. Kane is coming off. And Callum Wilson will be his replacement. Newcastle United's Callum Wilson is about to hopefully put his stamp on this England World Cup squad. As I said, Iran are also set to make a change. So whether Taremi comes off for Porto, I don't know. We'll have to see. But Sardar Azmoun is set to come on when that happens. I think they're still trying to sort out who's coming off because I've not seen that change actually happen. Yeah, Dean, don't peak too early. That's what she said. What footy do you play? Pub five-a-side? No, it's Tuesday nights. There's like a lot of us get together. There's about a good 20 odd of us all get together and have a big game over at Nelson and Colne College. So we do sometimes have 11 aside, or we will put two teams out. We'll put four teams, and I've made the pictures a bit smaller. But it's good for the fitness. I must say, I have lost a little bit. I have lost a little bit of weight doing it, so it's good to get back into football as well because I've not played it for a while. I'd not played it for about 2 years. When I snapped my Achilles, it just that rate for me, and I honestly thought it ended me playing football. So it's good to finally get back playing again. How many caps has Wilson got? I'm not entirely sure. Azmoun is now on the pitch. I'm not sure who went off. Oh, Nuralahi came off for Azmoun. So they tried to put another attacker on and try and take the game against England by being a bit more attack minded. No, I did play left back. I have played left back, but I predominantly play as a defender or centre back. However, I do like the odd little burst forward every now and again. My one runner game, and then I'm blowing out my arse for the rest of it. Ball back in the centre circle. Grealish has it now. Grealish trying to find that pass. Finds Rashford on the far side. Tried to ping it low. Bit of a bad ball, really, from Rashford. Bellingham finds Foden. Foden finds Luke Shaw. Has to go back with it towards Eric Dyer. Shaw has it again. Is that England throw-in? It is. It is, but we're showing a few little lapses in our concentration. We are showing a little bit of lapses of concentration, really, and giving the ball away a bit too easy. But at the moment, Rashford has it again. Does well to turn. Back in the centre circle now. Stones finds Shaw. Grealish and Bellingham play the 1-2. Nobody in that space. Grealish having to find a man. Finds John Stones, who was trying to run a little bit forward there. And again, good pass. Good pass. Trippier's fault there. He did look like he was on for the run, but didn't go for it. Alan says he used to play for the Marty Todd United and a few pubs in the Lancashire League. He coaches cricket now at Walsden. No, good shout, mate. Good shout. Hope it's going well there as well. Hope it's going good. Anthony says, yeah, I played right wing, finished at 36. I torn every ligament in my left knee. I was in plaster for 3.5 months. Honestly, that was the worst thing ever. When I did that, when I snapped my Achilles, I was in this giant plastic boot that covered the bottom half of my whole leg and my foot, because my foot had to be sort of at an angle like that. It was torture. You're walking around like you're basically walking like that because your foot was so elevated with this gigantic thick boot. Honestly, I kept calling myself Turbo Cop. Dean says 45,334 fans in attendance. I'd love to know how many of them are English. And I mean like proper English, not like the Qataris have told them to dress up in a Tesco t-shirt that's got a bit of red and white on. Other shops are available. Alan says, I was right wing, had a bit of pace on me back in the day, but my knees are finished. That'll be me soon. That will be me. I mean, I know I'm only 31, but I'm starting to feel it when I come back from football all the day after. I am aching all over. Oh no, mine weren't like a shoe at the bottom of it. Yeah, I had like a cast, and then it was like a plastic boot that was wrapped, like I say, full length of my leg at the bottom from my kneecap downwards. It was painful. I won't lie. To be fair, when I did it, I thought somebody had kicked me. I thought somebody had kicked me and chopped me down. And when they all went, nah, you've just fallen over the ball. And I went, nah, you're joking. So I said, right, I'm going to have to go in the net. And I was sort of in pain, but I thought I can see the game out. And then it just got to a point where I can't take this no more. But we're only about 5 minutes from finishing anyway. So I went home, rested it up, and I didn't go in for 2 days. I tried walking on it and all sorts. And when I got there, he said, I can't believe you've even lasted 2 days with a snapped Achilles. It just got to a point where it was unbearable. And when I went in, they said, you've not just snapped it, you've like full on ripped it. It's not just ruptured. So yeah, that was good. It was at least 6-7 months I was probably in that cast, with the cast and the boot. And then I had to have physio on top of that. But obviously my leg wasn't strong enough to play football again for at least, like I say, probably coming up 2 years. And it still isn't that strong, to be fair. I feel like I've always had sort of like a weak shot on me, but then as a defender, you don't really need a powerful shot behind you, do you? As long as you can clear the ball 40 yards, it's not too much hassle. Rashford manages to keep the ball in on this far side. Can England carve another opportunity? 83 on the clock. Manages to get it away from 2. Shoots again. Pinball in the box. Can Grealish get there? He can't get to that ball. He gets to the second ball. Wins it. Shaw finds Foden. Foden flicks it through to Wilson, but it's kicked out for a corner. Good play by England there. Anthony says, thought you was 40, Dan. That's yours. That's yours. Luke Shaw gets set to play this corner in. Can England get 6? Carlos Queiroz trying to get the Iranian fans up and excited. I mean, how can you? You're 5-1 down. You mad bastard. Um, Now Alan says, "Is that all shocking? It doesn't look full." 50. Hey, you're as old. You're only as young as you feel, Al. You're as young as you feel. My worst injury was sliding by the near post to convert a free kick. I smashed my ankle. I have 6 metal pins in it. Post hurt. That does sound painful, to be fair, mate. Ouch. Yeah, that does sound a painful one. I think you might win. I think you might win. I don't think I've had to have metal pins, so I think you may win. Dean says there, Rashford was nearly in. Totally agree. He also said nominations for man of the match. Yes, I totally agree. I were going to give it another 2 or 3 minutes, but why not get them in nice and early before the game ends? Who would you give the man of the match to? I know we've still got time to play, but who would be your man of the match for this fixture? Dean says, hate to say it, but I'm saying Maguire. I'd say Maguire's had a very strong game. I'm going to call it before everybody else. I'm going to say Bellingham. I want to say Bellingham's been pretty solid. I can understand why you said Maguire because he had played really well before his concussive injury, but yeah, I'm going to say Bellingham. Like I said again, Anthony's coming with a real cracking shout there. Saka for man of the match as well. Marcus Rashford has it. Finds Grealish, takes a touch. Foden, Rashford, Shaw, Rashford again. Rice loses it. Iran have a chance to break. Well intercepted back here in Trippier. Strong, solid foot. Alan says he hates to say it, but he likes Maguire. Yeah, Maguire was really solid today, I must say. Naz has gone for Declan Rice. That's the thing. We saw, I've gone for Bellingham. Anthony's gone Saka. 2 nominations for Maguire. Naz has gone for Rice. There's a few players. I don't think you can fault anybody in this team today. All players have been quite strong. Kay says I'm older than Dan, so I must be 50. Yeah, you're only older by a bit, couple of months. Still older than me though. Still older than me. He says that will make me 60k. Dean says I look a lot younger than I am. Nivea cream is magic. Yeah, don't get that day and night cream the wrong way around, mate. Grealish trying to battle for the second ball. Can Grealish steal a bit of a march here? Offside flag goes up as the ball's punted forward for Iran. 87 gone. England 5, Iran 1. Bellingham has it now. I think England are just toying with Iran now. When they do get forward, though, there's we look dangerous. I can't lie, we do look dangerous. Ball back to Pickford. Stones has it now. Edge of the D of our own box. Shaw manages to take it past the Iranian player who's running around like a madman, but not got anything to show for it. Shaw finds Bellingham again. We're just passing it around now. Comfortable at this point. Possession stats say we've had 70%, 19% in contest. There is a 11%, 19 to them. I don't know how that in contest bit works, but that's what came up on the screen. England have a chance here. Is it Sterling? Sterling pulls it back for Grealish. It wasn't Sterling. I think it might have been. It can't be Sterling. He went off. It was Callum Wilson. No, Callum Wilson or Rashford. God knows. I saw it late. 6-1 England, and Grealish gets on the score sheet. It's Rashford who's played it into the centre. I think it's Callum Wilson. Bellingham plays it out wide. It is Callum Wilson. Wilson could have gone alone. Unselfishly played it back for Grealish. It is Callum Wilson, yeah. And he unselfishly pulls it back for Grealish. I think Grealish was thinking, why have you not slotted that away yourself? But he will take it. He will take it. 6 of the best. God, I've not heard that since the Victorian times at school in history. But 6 of the best for England. And we have shown Iran that we mean business. We have hit the 90th minute mark. Not sure how much added time will be added on. I'm going to say at least probably 5 minutes, maybe, just due to goals and the situation with Harry Maguire. I'll say at least probably about 4 or 5. Wow, what a performance. What a performance. I love that comment, Alan. You've won that tonight. You've won with that comment. Kate says, see, you do look really young. I'm 31, 32, 4 months on 25th. Feel well old now. We battered them. Yes, we have indeed. We have battered them. 10 minutes added time at the end of this as well. Shit. I don't know why I said 5. Wow. 10 minutes added on. Alan says I was correct saying 7 goals would be scored. Good old technicalities there. I'll let you have that one. Kate says, hope they keep it up and it's not just this game. Yeah, they need to be strong-minded all over the shop. She's still young, but I keep calling her a granny sometimes because she falls asleep on the sofa at about 8:30. But she knows I'm only joking. Kate says, well, old that. About Anthony, he says, I'm 43 and Zoe, well, she'll be getting a telegram from the king himself shortly. Oh, I didn't read the last. See, put that bit at the start. Put that bit at the start, Anthony. At least then I know what you mean. Bloody hell. Oh, put it at the start next time. Yeah, you do get up really early, though. I'll give you that. You must have a foreign boyfriend in a different country or something that you talk to early hours. Ball played out to Kieran Trippier. Into the centre with John Stones. Pings one towards Rashford. Grealish keeps it in. Can England get a 7th here? Bellingham plays it in for Wilson. Wilson can't do out apart from use his body there, but the keeper was out to collect. Still 7 minutes. Still 7 minutes to play in this. Can England get a 7th goal? I mean, I don't see why not. You've gone for the kill already. You might as well continue. Good lofted ball by Bellingham over for Trippier. Gets it back in the centre. Now being marked by 2 players. Has to find another pass. Manages to find it. Trippier, who finds Stones. Out with Eric Dyer. Luke Shaw comes back. Free kick to England. Grealish drops. This is what I mean. This is what I said about Grealish. He comes on. He wins those little shitty fouls. Kate says, I have my cat nap before my bedtime nap. Stay up late sometimes and still wake up at 5 a.m. No, that's true. That is true. Even on nights out, like I say, you go to bed late and you're still getting up at crack of dawn. I just don't know how you do it. I agree, Al. It says 22 added minutes in the game. That's got to be a record. Well, no, I mean, we had 14 in the first half, didn't we? So it'd be 24 minutes. 24 minutes. So even so, that's definitely a record. Got to be. Has to be. I'll sleep when I'm dead. There you go. Suppose I've only got myself to blame by saying it. Grealish tries to play Callum Wilson in, but a little bit too much pace on it. Foden chasing the loose ball down from the Iranian goalkeeper. Sadar Azmoun has it. Can he spring an Iranian attack? Ball lofted in. Luke Shaw has it. Grealish tries to get a bit of a run on. That's a free kick. Another free kick that Grealish has won us. Alan says it's like Fergie time on steroids. Anthony says he's got to lay 8 ton of concrete tomorrow. Dan, you busy tomorrow? Yeah, I'm busy bringing the people what they want. A good old watch along. That's handball. Is it a foul? I thought that were handball, to be fair. Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais QPR. It's only joking. France is an hour ahead of the UK. Yeah, ahead is one word there, Kate. Just letting you know. Emma says, what do you think of Rangers sacking Giovanni Van Bronckhorst? Yeah. It's, I don't know. I mean, you can tell with recent results, it's been poor. It's been poor for him. Dash is linked with the job, and Rangers fans would take him. I think it'd be a good job for Dash, actually, the Rangers job, especially if it gives him a chance to play a different style of play than defensive. But Sadar Azmoun is in for a. Sadar Azmoun has just spooned an opportunity for Iran to score a second. Oh my word! He's played through. Pickford, I think it's Pickford gets the save away, to be honest. Yeah, it does. It's a strong hand by Pickford who tips it onto the crossbar. We are still at 6-1. Alan says he's got to roof a church, 68-degree angle in the wind and rain. Oof. Kate says a head is whatever I want it to be. Anthony says he's scared of Arts. Alan says too soon to sack him. I don't know though. I think Van Bronckhorst had his chance, and the results in the. It's not just the results in the Champions League that have cost him his job. It's the results in the SPL as well have been quite bad. I agree. I thought that was an Iran goal then, but Iran do have a chance. Just coming up to a minute left. Free kick for the Iranians. It's in deep. Pickford palms it out like strongly there. We have less than a minute to see this game out. Less than a minute. Yeah, like I say, I think Dash would do well there, and I would like to see him there. He'll get that chance, won't he, to play, a European tournament if he can get Rangers playing some good stuff. Is VAR being checked for something? I don't know what's happening here. A lot of people surrounding the referee. We're not being shown anything on replay. Oh, the referee's going to have to go to the monitor. What's being checked? A possible penalty for Iran. If the ref's going to the monitor, it looks like it may potentially give it. Let's see what is happening then. So they're zooming in. What are they zooming in for? So they're saying John Stones has got a hold of the back of the shirt. Nah, that's not a penalty. I mean, that's soft. If it's given, it's a very soft pen. You can see the simulation in it as he knows he's getting close to the keeper. The referee's got a big call to make, a very big call to make. He's coming back onto the pitch now. VAR says pen. He's given it. He has given the penalty. If he's given the pen, then surely he's got to give a booking, hasn't he? That's a soft one. That is very soft. That is very, very soft. He did have a little of the shirt, but not enough to drag his arse to the ground. Taremi could get his second here of the game. England 6, Iran 1. Is it going to be 6-2? Pickford doing his best, slapping the crossbar. The longer Taremi has to stand there, the more his nerves will be rattled. But a player like him, I expect to be quite confident when it comes to goal scoring. He's just looking at the ball. Don't look elsewhere. Takes a breath. Looks at the keeper. Looks at the ball. Takes a builded run up. Hits it and sends Pickford the wrong way. It's a respectable goal for Iran. As you guys say, very soft pen, but he sent Pickford the wrong way, and it is 6-2. 6-2. Wow. You know what? I think it's more annoying for you, Al, that it's 6-2 and not 5-2, because you'd have took that, wouldn't you? But the whistle has been blown for full time. A great result for England. A great result for England. I think Southgate looks more probably peeved at the fact that he's conceded 2. But with the way that we try to play with patient build-up play, get forward, try to be attacking, you sometimes are prone to the odd counter-attack. But Taremi has got 2 for Iran. Saka's got 2. And obviously, I think Enna Valencia yesterday got 2 as well. So 3 players at the moment heading up the golden boot of the tournament. Valencia, Saka and Taremi. but not a bad game at all. Fantastic, fantastic game. And a great start for Southgate's England. Dean says, well, fair enough, but it wasn't a pen. Yeah, it was very, very soft. Very, very soft. Alan says, get in England, off to a good start with no help from the officials. That's what we've got to do. We've got to do the hard work. Dig deep and do the hard stuff. That'll be a tough one to take for Iran. But I think they should remain spirited at the fact that they've got all the credentials to do pretty well. Look at the other teams in here, USA and Wales. If you know, I keep saying it, but I think USA are more set up and trying to prep on the prep for 2028 more than anything. But yeah, I agree with what Kate and Dean are saying. Kate says Iran look angry. Dean says it as a bloke would say. Iran look pissed. During the game, they looked pissed as well, conceding 6. But Anthony says there, bring on USA. And Naz says, and we have liftoff. We do indeed. So, yeah, just England 6, Iran 2. I'm not going to bore you with anything more. The game spoke levels itself. It's 3:15. I've got kids to pick up at past as well, so probably best to get this wrapped up ready. The Yanks won't be no bother, I think. Nah, I don't think so either. Anthony says, good watch long, Dan. Yeah, please stay. I'm going to drop you a message as soon as I end this, mate. So stay tuned for that. Chris says, great start for us. Let's continue this. Yes, let's do. Let's do. As I say, we will be back. We will be back at 6:45. We will be covering the USA against Wales. Come and join us then. And it should be a good one. But until then, thank you very much. Last few comments. Dean says, good stream, Dan, bro. Thank you very much. No, thank you very much for tuning in and giving us your support. Alan is going to say Wales to win 3-1. Interesting. Everyone's saying take it easy as well. But until 6:45, when we are back, England 6, Iran 0. And a fantastic performance by Southgate's boys. We finally know where the back of the net is. Until 6:45, stay safe and see you then.